So,
Good afternoon to
there.
everybody out on YouTube. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, all. Oh, what a pretty color.
The peanut shells on the ground. That's always a fun place to be at.
Yeah, it's usually well. There was
Yeah, there was a
yeah.
bar in Victoria like that too. I think it was called Big Bad John's or something. It was a and there was a guy there had these spiders that plastic spiders, and they had them on strings over the tables, and the guy behind the bar would every once in a while would lower a string or lower the string in the bar. The spiders would descend on your table, so it was pretty fun. Watch
Well, there
people.
you go. See, I love bars that just have quirky things. We had so when I was working at KPMG, we had a bunch of Australians come up, Aussies who were working with us for some D&D Department of Defense, sorry, major project, and they loved the laugh. They would go because there was a singer, Lucky Ron, that he only played Friday and Saturday nights, but he's been playing Friday and Saturday nights for like 40 years or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lucky Ron has been there, and anyway, so they hired him to come to their private party, and he knows how to drink. I got to tell you. So Lucky Ron comes and he's drinking his face off, singing, and he was just having a blast. He was like, he was just having fun. Anyways, it was a very interesting evening. Let me tell you. Yeah.
So things are just. It seems like things are just chopping along here. It doesn't really seem like there's any kind of direction on any stocks. Neo's kind of just chopping around 45. Blackberry's kind of just flattening out here. It's Lee, same thing. PLTR not doing anything. And yeah, SPY sold off, and now it's just kind of holding a level. So let's see. We got a half an hour left. JD is selling off. Let's see. AMD is chopping. Wow, Square is going to lose 200 here. It almost did around 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're going was.
Yeah. MUs are selling off. We're going to get a sell-off into the close here. I doubt it, though.
HQY.
I'm not seeing anything I'm too crazy about trading at this point. Still looking. SPY selling off again here. Neo. Okay. Neo's looking weak, eh? With
is this
E?
Yeah. OTC, is this bar called Annie's? Because it's the beer is free tomorrow, and it's always a day away.
Always a day away.
They should call the bar Annie's if they're going to have a sign up like that.
Tomorrow only.
Yeah, Nona runs. I have a lot of Aussie drinking stories from my 3 years in Down Under. It's a lot of fun, though. I had like over two dozen birthday messages from Australians. I was very touched by that. My wife coordinated it through my my former admin. She was a hoot. So, believe it or not, I stay in touch with my former administrative assistant. We called her my Italian mother. She was an Italian Australian, and man, she was something else. Ron, I lived in Melbourne.
Big ask on Neo at 50. 44.50. Covering some. Covering some more.
There we go.
Covering some more here, 35.
Oh, what, you shorted Neo?
Yep.
Assume?
Or you were talking and should have jumped in there, but it just
volume today is crazy. 226 million shares transacted.
Let's see. We've got a low right here. That's why I've been covering some. What's a low? 44.05.
Yeah, it's crazy, Mike. That doesn't even put it to the top of the list. It's third on the list. I mean, BlackBerry has 309 million so far, which is huge volume for them.
I'm all out of Neo, 44.30.
Okay.
I think it's.
Nice.
I think it might bounce here because of this prior level of support, and I don't want to get caught in a squeeze up. So there you go. Beer and peanuts for all for that trade.
Peanuts to everybody. Beer and peanuts.
Excellent.
Yeah, we can have a peanut shell fight after. Actually, I remember going to that bar.
Peanuts, but I'll take the beer.
Brian, I can't wait. I can't wait to for traveling to be open so I can get to Vancouver but when I get there, I've got unlimited coffee, beer and peanuts. I got a Porsche waiting for me. There's so many things I have to pick up from you.
I know. They're all sitting in the drive.
They're all sitting there, eh? Okay. All right.
Great thing about peanut shells is when you're young and single. So if you wanted to get a girl's attention, you just throw some shells at their table. And sometimes they react kindly and other times not so much.
Funny, I never had the former reaction.
Megan, how would you react if someone threw peanuts at a bar?
Can't say I've ever had I've ever gotten a date out of throwing peanuts at somebody.
You probably throw them. Perfect, my kind of girl.
Yeah, of course, Brian. You'd probably lob them over there. Megan's whipping them right back at you.
Yeah, I'll
even well. Exactly.
Right, you throw one over, you get 10 back. Now, those were the days. Anyway, SPY is just hanging around here. It's not doing very much.
It's kind of just hanging around that R3 level on the 5-minute.
Yeah.
Dropping below and popping above it.
Square is holding on here. CRM should be interesting, eh?
Hopefully it'll be better than what its 1-minute chart looks like right now.
Yeah.
I wonder what the 5-minute looks like on CRM today. Oh, big sell-off and then just consolidation.
Yeah, I'm holding. Yeah, Karen, I'm just holding. I didn't sell any of my position. One thing I've noticed about gold and particularly the gold miners is quite often they kind of dip. They open up okay. And then if you look at today, it kind of, GDX, for example, took a bit of a dip. It always seems to dip around. I don't know what's going on. I think, maybe they're manipulating it, the stock, but it takes a dip around, let's see here. It takes a dip around 10 o'clock. And then it comes back up again. So I was watching it, and I was particularly watching it around between 10 and 11 o'clock. So just when I usually go for breakfast here at 8, 11 o'clock, and then it'll find a bottom around 10:30, 11, and then it'll start to go back up again. So I was holding on to it. I'm thinking, should I sell it? And then I thought, no, what? I'm going to wait to see because quite often this happens. They sell this thing off in the morning, and then once somebody's picking up shares, and then they just bring it back up again. I've seen that happen numerous times. So decided to hang on and through that dip, and I'm still long on the gold trade. I'm still going to stick with it. Still pretty happy with it.
In very important stat news, can I just say that since I started tracking Magic 8 Ball predictions in the middle of October, the Magic 8 Ball has just hit 50%. Its rate has been falling since I started recording, so it's having a losing streak here.
Jeez.
It seems that the Magic 8 Ball is currently only as reliable as flipping a coin. I'm shocked, I tell you.
Yeah. Maybe you should return it. See if you can get it. Yeah, give me one. Yeah,
he's a tune-up.
They can do better than 50-50. Yeah. So SPY is still holding on here, but it's.
Here's that pop back up on Neo, Brian.
Wow. Yeah. I knew. Yeah. Right off that and that's why I didn't want to hold on to this, because it's right off this low that we hit around 1507 in the afternoon here. It's coming back up to the 9 and the 20, so this is where it rejected from before, just after 15:30. In the afternoon. So see if it can get through here this time. I'm not gonna try shorting it again here. SPY is continuing to look weak.
Call it 4 ball.
Downgraded 50%.
Well, that's disappointing, Peter. I mean, really, I thought.
I know. I'm telling you. I mean, this last prediction was on AMD. It said it was going to hit a new all-time high by today. Now, I'm thinking about the webinar that John's going to give tonight. We had a chance to sort of preview it last night, so it's been making me think about probability and managing the effectiveness of your trades. This goes for the 8 ball, so it makes me wonder if maybe I'm not counting the criteria properly, because when it says, for instance, signs point to yes, that I just put that in a definitive yes category. Maybe I should be like prorating that, because it doesn't say absolutely. It just says, signs point to it.
So you should be weighting. You should be assigning a weight to that.
Yeah, exactly. I think you need to look like criteria.
It's like a 0.75.
Yeah.
Or a 0.5. 0 being nothing. 0.
0. You get a big fat 0 on that call.
Yeah. Space has had a nice day.
Magic 8 ball.
Wow.
Are you still effective, Magic 8 ball?
Signs point to yes.
It says most likely. All right, it's as good as you're going to get right now out of the Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball, do you want to still give predictions for us? Outlook good. Well, okay. Well,
Maybe it's
sort of
not as
saying yes,
mad
but
at you
oh
as you
boy.
think.
Maybe I just, it could be me. Maybe I'm not asking the questions properly. We have learned that there is a requirement to be very careful in your questions.
Here's a nuance. So I did mention at the beginning of the trading day today, I thought Zoom was going to go back to 400, and it looks like we're almost there. I didn't really think it was going to be today, but what's our low for the day? Yeah, we're almost there.
Look at the daily chart on Zoom. That is quite telling. Like, you need to see nothing more than that. Just look at those. Look at today's candle, right? Look at the uptrend. I only did a gap down, but big red candle. So it seems likely, Brian, not only you're right, but I mean it's got room down to what, 370, 365 ish.
Let's take a boo here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 380, 381. We're sitting right on the weekly. We're sitting right on top of the 20 moving average. But there is a pullback here. There's a pullback here, 382.60 and 375 low of that candle. That was week of November 16th. So we could be, we could easily, there's this 388, which is a support 4 level on the weekly. Yeah, I think there's a really good chance this is going to lose 400.
I think so too.
Hmm.
Joe, nice. You went from just about max loss to daily goal. I'm wondering if that's a bad habit to have. Sounds like a good well, I don't know. Having winning trades is a good habit. I'm not sure what happened. I mean, if there were trades that were within your trade book and you weren't just out of frustration throwing darts, then nothing wrong with it.
Freewheeling.
Yeah.
As long as you stuck to your trade plan, there's you can have some bad trades in the morning as long as you didn't keep trading after you hit your max loss, because that's not a good thing.
Yeah. That's definitely something you don't want to reinforce to yourself, is that you can go past your max loss and continue to trade and get back to your profit target or back to green, because then the next time you do it, you're going to repeat that, and odds are the next time you're not going to have as favorable outcome as you do right now.
You're going to go from max loss to triple max loss.
Yeah.
There should be no surprise here. Jared took the second bounce here on Neo, and he's getting a bigger move than the first one. So well done, Jared.
Well done, Jared.
Nice.
Wow.
30 seconds to the 1 minute candle? Or to the 10 minutes?
The 10 minute mark. I don't know that Neo doesn't usually pay attention to the 10-minute closing out, because I don't know that this is a huge institutional hold, but let's see what happens here in 5 seconds.
Let's see if Microsoft, Nvidia has a big imbalance. Neo doesn't really have that big of an imbalance.
So we had about a 30-cent move spike on Microsoft, not much on Apple. Neo didn't pay attention whatsoever. Doesn't care. Zoom is putting in a little bit of a bounce here.
Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, this is short cover for sure. This is a short covering squeeze.
Yeah. 10 minutes to the mark. Gotta get in within that margin range.
Neil popped back up again after that sell-off, back up to 45. Square turned itself around a bit, came back up. The dollar still looking very weak. Energy.
Get your act together, Square. Come on.
I think Square's made its move. I'm not sure if it's got anything more left in it. SPY is selling off again.
I see that.
Just keeps wicking below that R3 level. Popping back up.
Oh. I want to take AMD short, but it's in such an ugly range. Doesn't feel wise. Especially with the SPY looking a little crazy here.
Yeah,
Very uncertain.
In between.
SPY has. So good.
Oh, I said it's in between, like the moving averages are like smushing together.
Yeah,
It's
not. It's certainly been in a range for the last 40 minutes or so, right? Like if you look at a 5-minute chart, it's pretty clear. It's just moving sideways within a $1 range, roughly.
Well, we just had a big volume spike on the SPY.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and a pop up. What's the Benzinga guy saying?
Oh. There's lots of random news here.
Yeah, a lot of news, on this stimulus stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to make of this last news article here about Barr going to the White House, but he's not meeting with Trump. Like, okay, thanks for telling us his itinerary. Or your assumption, your guess as to what his itinerary is, since obviously they don't know.
Yeah. It is.
NEO's going to be interesting, I think, tomorrow. What do you think it's going to do, Brian?
Let's just see here. I think tomorrow. Well, so that's the weekly. We're certainly having a reversal of trends on a weekly chart. I think this is kind of the third day down, third red candle. I suspect that tomorrow we'll get a bit of a bounce. We may go lower, but I think it'll end up being a green candle. Now, whether that's a break in trend back up to but we're definitely trending down on a daily on NEO right now. We're in a downtrend. Volume has picked up today, but it's not, at this point, it's not, I'd say it's not huge volume day. Like if you look at November 13th, that was a massive volume day. And you could see it gap down and then came back up again the following day on the 16th.
Wow.
So Zoom. This one, yeah. Is Zoom squeezing?
Yeah, sure. It just looks like it's just a settlement squeeze, right? I bet you all people are getting out of shorts, and that's all that's causing the pop here. But all these green candles,
squeezing people too. I think getting a pop here on NEO. But the SPY is back up at the VWAP. VIX is still hanging on to green. Yeah, we may gap down tomorrow, but I'm guessing we may find some buying in NEO tomorrow after this big pullback. But yeah, both we're below the 9 moving average and below the 20 moving average on NEO right now. So I would say that's definitely an indication that the trend has changed. We had kind of a double bottom or double top there too, Peter. If you look at NEO as on this topping pattern, we had one push higher on the 24th, the gap down and the comeback up on the 25th, and then that sort of second try to push higher, bit of a failure on the 27th to push higher, and then we've had these two selling days where volume has accelerated on the downside. So.
Interesting. Yeah, looking at a 60-minute chart, that seems pretty obvious that 27th, 30th attempt to push higher and failure.
Yeah,
I should have looked at that. That makes today's move look fairly. It looks obvious in hindsight, of course, but
yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, that's definitely when you look at things at different timelines, other patterns can reveal themselves. One of the reasons I like to do. Go ahead.
Partial.
On.
Thanks, Brian. Square. You pointed out Square to me, so I was just watching it, and it was looking weak. I got a short at 103.65.
203.65.
Sorry, 203. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be in trouble if it was 103.65.
Yeah, you would.
Yes, you would be.
So yeah, I figured I had a fairly good risk reward. I just took a 50-cent risk, assuming slippage up above 204, and
perfect. See now.
Thank you. I owe that one to you, Brian, because you mentioned Square, and
okay. Well, I'll take back your Porsche.
Well, no. How about the peanut? It wasn't that big of a trade.
Well, okay. You didn't make that much money. Okay. I'm sorry.
For the beer, I won't be drinking that anyways.
Oh. Got about a minute and a half left till the close of the market, and then we'll bring up the trade of the day and check out Salesforce.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get peanuts there. Yeah. Nice trade on Nikola. That was a nice trade. You got that nice move off the bottom there. You stuck with it on that pullback. Wow, I'm surprised you didn't take some profits at that sort of 1720 level, which is where the I'm assuming that's your 20 moving average. That was kind of a look at that. Look at how it touched that 20 moving average a couple of times, then did the pullback. If that is the 20, whatever moving average that is. But nice one, nice trade, Paul.
All right, are we gonna get more here? Come on. We got 25 seconds. You know, I'm gonna take a little more off here. Come on, I want more. Even just
one more dump for Peter.
Interesting day. Interesting day. Yeah.
Okay, I'm all out. 203 even.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh, there goes the ringy dingy.
Ding, ding, ding.
The ring. Indeed, it did go.
So today's member trade of the day goes to Jesse for his trade on Apple. Took a short after it rejected the R4 level at 123.42. Took a partial down near the moving averages. Once it took a second partial when it broke the trend again as it came back up, took a partial, added back in when it lost the moving average, and then partialed 2 more times. And then ended up holding his remaining shares, so not sure if he got his target or if he got stopped out at that 123.03, which is his new break even after adding in. So very clean trade, nice, smooth, and way to use support levels and resistance levels as well as the moving averages to dictate where to take partials at.
And tap just reported.
I like how you said, Credo will teach us how all of our desires will come true.
Yes.
That
But
awesome.
you have to put the effort into it. There's that secret ingredient.
What if one of my desires is not to have effort?
You might not achieve your goal, but you would achieve the goal of not putting forth effort.
That's the same as getting the magic lamp and wishing for more wishes, isn't it?
Yes.
It just doesn't work. It's one of the rules.
It's one of the rules. You got to be willing to work for it.
There we go. I wasn't getting any news updates.
CRM's
NetApp has announced their numbers.
Yeah, CRM's popping a bit.
NetApp has announced.
Yeah, NetApp's
Q3.
Been popping here. Yeah.
They beat, and looks like they increased their guidance for next quarter. NTAP. That's not usually a good trader, NTAP, so I don't know that I've ever traded it. Can't recall here. Might take a look and see if it does anything tomorrow, but
Work's going crazy.
Oh, are they reporting work?
No. I think it's linked to the CRM earnings.
It's a share. It's a shares and cash agreement. Works dropping. So obviously some of the value of
Wow, look at that candle on CRM pop up to 251 and right back down to 240.
Wow.
Careful trading these guys.
Be very, very careful.
Which sucker got those shares up at 251?
Holy
Somebody's
cow.
not happy. All right. What else we got going on? That's it, right? There's a couple. Home I see is reporting.
Yeah, home, but
Box, but they don't expect much. What do I got here? These are done.
Ooh, Box just
notes for tomorrow.
CRM and Work both selling off.
Yeah, Box is just reported it's selling off too. Oh, you didn't like Box.
Nope, not.
So what did Box report here? What's oh, I don't see it yet. Box. That is not happy.
Box losing 10%. Salesforce raises guidance, beats estimates on earnings per share, and beats sales. So yes, sell. Raise guidance, beats revenue, beats earning per sales. Yes, sale. Reap my profits right now.
I smell a short in the morning.
What is going on? HP.
Oh, man.
Another Zoom trade in the morning. I can see it coming.
Yep.
CRM. It's only half the value of. Oh, look at that! It's getting hit. Where is it going? We've got, what have we got? We've got a level.
Well, Jared, even if you, yeah, I guess cure cancer, you can't cure COVID because that's sell news too. So maybe if you cure cancer, your price will go up.
Oh man. Box.
I see another leg down here on CRM.
Wow. So all the news is good. All of these reporting all had positive news, but they're all selling off. This is insanity. Except for NetApp. It's the only one that actually moved up and held it.
I'm short CRM right now. just covering some.
Oh.
A bit of a scalp here, just looking really weak. Here we go. It's going to sell off some more here, maybe. Here we go.
And
Yep. You're covering.
Sweep.
sweep.
That's very jerky, that price action, just watching it here.
No, it's a little scary.
Yeah, better you than me, man. I can't handle that.
I'm in a 255, so I'm 3/4 out of it now. So
It's too much for me, man. Too much.
I'm gonna get out of the rest of it. I just might come back up here. SPY is selling off. Yeah, it's getting too whippy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, box kind of flip back up again here. All right, well, enough stress.
Enough stress in the afternoon for you?
Yeah, enough stress in the aftermarket. But anyway, you can buy a whole lot of peanuts in that trade.
More peanuts.
Yeah.
I used to like going and eating the peanuts waiting for my burger at Five Guys.
Oh,
Big
Five
old
Guys.
Yummy.
That's in the States, Five Guys. I don't think they
They
have
have them here.
Oh,
yeah,
do
they
they?
have them here. We have some in town, at least in Ottawa here now, on the East Coast. There's some
Okay.
of them. So.
Just
Just looking
don't
at
get
the
a-
marginally that square. Sorry, man.
Oh, I was saying, just don't get an in and out like they did in Colorado, where you have to wait 14 hours for your fast food.
What? 14 hours? Is that an exaggeration or is that?
No, that's not an exaggeration. They opened up the first in and out in Chicago, and people were waiting 14 hours in line.
What? It can't be possibly that good. I went to one in California and it was like, I didn't get it.
It's not a $14 or 14-hour wait in line burger, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All I know is that it's crazy. Even the one here by my house, there is always a line. Always a line in there. I don't understand it. Maybe for their shake, possibly. But not for 14 hours.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Well, all right, guys. I'm gonna drop off here.
All right, Brian, I think I'm going to do the same. So we'll say bye to everybody out on YouTube. Thanks for joining us.
thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.
Nice. Hope everyone had a good day. And so we'll see everyone in the morning. Peter, it's okay with me if you follow me on that in my trades in the morning.
All right. I appreciate that.
Won't be offended.
Thanks. Okay.